We play and call it work.
Hey there, MiniWarGamers. It's MiniWarGaming Leland here with MiniWarGaming Quirk. And today we're actually going to be running through some Infinity games. So what we're doing today is we're going to run through all of the Operation Icestorm booklet. And this whole idea is basically just meant to be a learning step for everyone, because I'm still kind of new to this, you're still kind of new to this, and a lot of viewers are very likely new to this. So we're going to run through this, we're going to do it step by step, so you're going to see the lists as they are from the Operation Icestorm, and the table relatively close to it, and we're going to give ourselves the same limitations that the Operation Icestorm gives. So hopefully you're able to take something away from this and learn from it, and if you're already a veteran Infinity player, we hope you enjoy watching some new guys take a crack at this and hopefully figure it all out. So let's go take a look at the board and the armies. Also, don't forget that you can always challenge us, miniwargaming.com/challenge. Send us an email, let us know that you want to get involved, and this is for any of our game systems, but right now we're focusing mostly on, well, I'm focusing mostly on Infinity. So let me know if you want to get involved, I'd love to have you by, and we'd love to get some games in with you. So definitely check that out. So for these missions, we'll be going as close to the book as possible. So, for today, we have Quirk. He'll be playing the Nomads and the Alguacil. Alguacil? I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce that better. But he'll be playing the Nomads right there. So there's his 3 Alguacils right there. And I'm going to have my Pano forces over here, and I'll have 3 Fusiliers. So both are 30 points. And this will be scenario number 1 out of Operation Icestorm. And here's our mission 1 setup. So like I said in the introduction, the maps are going to be close to, but not exact to what we have in the scenario book, because we want it to be a little bit more interesting. So we have the 3 Fusiliers for Pano deployed right over here, and on the other side we have the Nomads with their Alguacils all the way over here. So 1 right there, another one in the center there, and a 3rd one right over at the far edge. Now, I chose deployment order, so it will be Quirk's choice to decide if he wants to go first or if I'm going first.
You can go first.
Alright, so it looks like I'll be going first. And lastly, because this is right out of the book, we're going to have some limitations here. So we're going to be limited to basic orders, so that's like the move and ballistic skill attacks, move and close combat, move dodge, or move. Our AROs are going to be limited to ballistic skill attacks and close combat and dodge. And our skills are going to be limited to, much like everything else, just move, shoot, and fight. And the objectives for this game: 1 point for every model killed, and 1 point as a primary objective, and our secondary objective is going to be 1 point for every surviving model, and if we don't take any casualties, 2 points for that one. To start everything off, I'm going to go with my first turn. I'm going to do 2 short order moves here, just to get 8 inches up. Which is going to take me right to there. I'm going to spend another order just to get this Fusilier right up to the cover, right there, in another short move. And my last order is going to be spent to do another move, 4 inches there, and another 4 inches right there. And that is my turn. And Quirk's first order is going to be a move and a first short order's move, second short order move again. And Quirk is going to use another command token right there, or another order rather, and move forward. Now at this point, I do have line of sight on him from the Fusilier right up here, which means the next order he issues, I'm going to be able to activate an ARO. And his second part of his short order is going to be to shoot my 1 Fusilier, the one up on the building here. That one? Alright, so we're going to have a face-to-face roll to see whose shot goes off. And the modifiers for this: your Alguacil is not in cover, so out in the open, but with the range band I have -3 to my ballistic skill here, so I'm going to need a 9. Meanwhile, my Fusilier is in cover there, so that's going to be -3 to your shot, and then the range -3, so you're going to need 5s. Alright, so the face-to-face roll. He gets 3 shots, I get 1. Okay, and it looks like mine goes off. So since my shot went through, he has to roll an armor check, which he needed to beat a 13. Unfortunately, he did not get it. So that Alguacil is now unconscious. And there he is. And his last order, he's just going to issue another move, just to get him right across the street there. And that is the end of Nomad turn 1. So let's go into Pan-O turn 2. At the start of my turn, I'm going to issue an order right here. Basically to start moving up the stairs. There's going to be nothing in line of sight, so I'm going to be able to get right up to the top of the stairs there. Which is that one right there. Going to issue another order right here. Start with a short movement. Just get right around to the other start of the stairs right there. And for my second short order, I'm going to issue another move order at this point, so you're going to get a shot at me. And this one Alguacil has line of sight on my Fusilier, so he's going to be able to take a shot at me. Now I'm in cover, and the range band is -3, so it's going to be 5s to hit. No hit. So I'll just take my final short movement right up there. And I'll give my last order to this last Fusilier right here. And I'm just going to issue a 2 move orders just to get her right to there and just guard that alleyway. At the start of Nomad's turn 2, because he does have an unconscious Alguacil at this point, he's down to 2 orders to issue. Issuing his first order, he's just going to do a move. There'll be nothing in line of sight at this point, so safely get over to that side of the building. And a second order being issued to the same Alguacil, just right up to cover there. And the second order will be taking a shot, so we're going to be shooting at each other right now, because I'll get an ARO. Now we're both in cover and we're 8 inches apart, so his range modifier is +3, but the cover negates that for both of us. Same goes for me, so we're needing our straight ballistic skills. I need a 12, he needs an 11. I have a 16, and you have 2 hits on me, so that's 2 arm rolls I have to make here. So +3 for the cover, and my armor itself is 1, so I need to roll 10s. And she goes down to wounded and then just dead. And that is the end of Nomad's turn 2. Now with this particular scenario, unlike the normal 3-turn limit, we go until we're both dead. So let's go into Pan-O turn 3. At the start of my turn, I will issue an order over here. First short order movement is just going to be 2 inches to there and then 2 inches up the stairs just to get right to there. And then the second short order will be just to get him up to the top of the stairs right there and right next to the crate. And I'll issue my next order for him to shoot at your Alguacil that's hiding behind that crate there. So we're both in our third range band here, so we're going to have a -3 to that, and we're both sitting in cover for another -3. So he's going to need 5s and I'm going to need 6s for this. I got a burst 3 for 3 shots. And it doesn't look like either of us hit. Now that ends Pan-O's turn 2, going into Nomad, or sorry, Pan-O turn 3, going into Nomad turn 3. And over here, Quirk is going to issue his first order to shoot at my Fusilier that's up here. Now I have 2 AROs that I can respond with. This guy right here, who's going to need the 5s to hit, sorry, 6s to hit. And then this one way back here, who's in a further range band, he's going to need 3s to hit. But let's do the important face-to-face roll first. Starting with the face-to-face roll, I need 6.
I need 5s.
So I definitely missed.
I got a hit.
And you hit, okay. So that's an armor roll for me. So in cover plus armor 1, so I need to roll a 10. And I'm fine. Now the ARO from the other guy who can see you, needing a 3, that is also going to miss. And he's going to attempt it again. So once again, we're going to have a face-to-face roll. I need a 6. You need a 5. So yeah, that's a 9 there, I think, right?
Yeah, that is a 9.
Yeah, that's a 9, but you hit twice. So that's 2 arm rolls for me, needing 10s. And I'm good.
Just go down.
All right. And my other one with the ARO is going to miss as well. And that ends the Nomad's turn. So going into Pan-O, turn 4. At the start of my turn, I'm going to issue an order for my Fusilier right here. I'm just going to start moving him around a little bit. I'm going to try and get him 4 inches down here, but that is going to generate an ARO because it will start it in line of sight of your guy. Because of the range bands and the cover that I had, you're going to need a 2. Oh, nope. Wouldn't that have been something if you actually got him, though?
That would have been great.
That would have been fantastic, actually. And my second short order, just going to move down 2 inches and then around the corner here. Because if we just sit in these perches here, it's going to be a long game. And I'll use my last order over here to take some shots at your Alguacil right there. So, same as before, 6s to hit for me, 5s for you. And I'm going to get nothing, and you got a critical. So that is actually an automatic wound right there for me, and he goes unconscious. And there you go, folks, the power of critical hits. Knocking me down right there, giving Quirk the distinct advantage at the moment. Let's go on to Nomads, turn 4. First order going to this Alguacil right here. Gonna use a short movement to get into the corridor right there. Alright, so I can definitely see you. What's your second short order?
I'm gonna shoot at you.
You're gonna shooty? Alright. Now in this case, neither of us are in direct cover right here, and our range band is -3. So I'm gonna need a 9, he's gonna need an 8, but he's got 3 d20s to do this. So I will roll a 4, and I will hit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because you failed all 3 of yours. Alright, so your armor roll, so you need to roll a 13. And she goes down.
It's an 18.
She's still going down. No, you made it. You made your armor roll.
Yeah, I did.
And he's going to issue his second order, and we're doing it all over again.
Roll a 4.
Sorry, I hit the button there. He hit with a 4, and I definitely missed right there. So I have to take an armor roll at this point, needing a 13, and I go down. So that means at this point, all my Fusiliers are unconscious, and the Nomads have taken the day. Now, like I said in the introduction video, we're going to be going right into another scenario here. So we're going to set up scenario 2 and get right back to you. And for scenario 2, we're each adding 1 trooper to our units. So I'm going to be adding an orc as my lieutenant, and you're getting a mobile brigada. So here's the board for mission 2. Once again, I have my Fusiliers set up, trying to get a commanding view of the field, although it didn't really help me much last game. And there's the orc right there, the last Fusilier right over in the corner. Over here we have some of the Alguacils hanging out over there. We have your mobile brigada right there. Another Alguacil right there, and where's your cheerleader? And then you have another cheerleader just hiding out behind. Yeah, there she is.
Using my irregular order, which I'm subbing as a lieutenant order.
Yeah, because we're missing the lieutenant order tokens at the moment.
And I'm just going to do a move. So he's got to move 4 at the beginning.
Alright.
And then 2. And
he's 4/4, so you're actually gonna, but during the process you will generate an ARO for me.
Okay.
And for that ARO, because of the range band there, I'm gonna be at -3, so I'm gonna need 9s to hit you, which I got with a 7. And you have an armor roll of 10 to make to not get put down here. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! And as I wounded him, we both remembered about guts checks that we forgot to do in that first scenario though. So we're gonna make sure we get them this time around. Now the mobile brigada does have courage, so he doesn't have to worry about it in this particular case. But all the Alguacils and the Fusiliers are gonna have to worry about it. And another order being spent on the mobile brigada. 4 inches over to the side here.
And then the other 4 just coming right around it there.
Alright, getting into position. And another order being spent on the brigada.
And he's going to move 4 just to right there.
And his second short order is going to be able to shoot at my orc, so I will be able to shoot back. So we're going to shoot at each other. I have my 1 shot to your 3 shots because you have a combi rifle. Now I'm not in cover, unfortunately, because of the angle, but you are, so you're going to get that's going to be -3 to my hit, but the range is going to be +3. So basically, I'm at a straight ballistic skill. You're going to be at +3 to yours, so you need 16s, whereas I need 14s. So I'm going to roll 5, and you're going to shoot me a bunch of times. So that one's an automatic wound right there, and I have 2 armor saves to make sure that I just don't flat out. You need 16.
Your 1.
Oh yeah, my 5 beat your 4. So 1 armor save here, and I will make the armor save at least. So my orc is down 1 wound, and I have to make a willpower of 12 for my guts check here. Oh no. So that is not good. So since I failed that willpower roll, my guts check is going to force me to either go find cover within 2 inches or go prone. Now because there is nowhere I can get to improve my cover save within 2 inches, he has gone prone. So the effects of prone, the height of my model is essentially the height of the base at this point, And if you were at a lower level than I was, then I would be benefiting from partial cover. But because I'm just on street level here, there's going to be no real benefits aside from the fact that I'm going to have to stand up and provoke an arrow. And he has another order to be issued to the Brigada. He is just going to try and slaughter my orc right here. And there he goes. Same modifiers as before. You need 16, I need 14, or no, sorry, 11. 11. So I'm going to hit with a 3, but you're going to cancel it out with the 11 and the 13 there. So that's going to be 2 arm rolls I have to make, beating 10s. And my orc has dropped. And away he goes down to unconscious. So he is now unconscious. And his murderous rampage is going to continue. Issue one more order to the Brigada to get in line of sight of my Fusilier that's hanging out on top there. And take a shot. Alright, so she's going to shoot back. So for the modifiers here, we're both in cover and we're both at 16 plus inches. So that's going to be -6 to both of us. You need 8s, I need 6s.
I need 7s.
You need 7s? I thought you were 4. No, you're 13, that's right. You need 7s, I need 6s. I'm going to miss.
I got 1 hit with a 1.
And yeah, 1 hit with a 1. So I have my armor plus cover, so I need to roll a 10 here. And she is now unconscious as well. And another Fusilier goes unconscious. And that is the end of his 5 orders. At the end of the first turn, I have lost my Lieutenant and 1 Fusilier, so I'm going to be down 2 regular orders and my Lieutenant order. So I do not have a lot to respond with. I'm going to use my first order to bring this Fusilier just around the corner here, staying in cover, and I'm going to start firing at your Brigada. So the modifiers are, I am in cover for +3 to your -3 to your modifier, but the range band negates that, so you're going to need your 13s, and I'm going to need 15s here. So 3 shots for me. That's going to be...
All of them canceled out with my 12.
Yep, that's really unfortunate. So even with my superior number of shots, his 12 just absolutely wrecks mine, and I'm going to have to take an arm roll at this point. Now thankfully I'm in cover, plus armor 1, so I need to roll a 10 here. No, I'm going to have another unconscious Fusilier. And down he goes, which means I'm down to my last order here. I'm going to burn my last order to shoot your Brigada and hopefully kill him. So this is going to be at -3 for the rage bands. We're both in cover, so you're going to be hitting on 7s. And I'm going to be hitting on, oh, worse than 7s. I need 6s. But I have 3 dice to do it. Hey, look at that. I got a single 6 in there for a critical hit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. So that's going to be an automatic wound there. And he has now dropped unconscious because that was his 2nd wound. Good little hero, Fusilier. Good little hero. And that ends Pano turn 1. Going into Nomad turn 2, he is down his Lieutenant and that order it generates. So he only has 3 orders to issue to my 1 order. First order, his Alguacil is just going to move up 4 inches right there, and then another 4 inches, staying out of line of sight. And he's going to drop another order, do another move forward 4 inches, staying within cover there. And another 4 inches. Now that's going to take him into line of... he might be within line of sight at this point. Yeah, if we had the volume cards, we would be able to definitively say it, but I would say you're probably in line of sight at this point because of the volume cards. But until you issue an order, I can't do anything about it. And the last order, he will shoot at my remaining Fusilier. So, you're in cover, I'm in cover, and we'll check the range bands. So we're both in cover, but the range band is +3 for both of us, so it's going to be straight ballistic skills. You need 11, I need 12. I'm going to miss, and you're going to hit me once. So, I need to roll a 10 plus here. No, and my last Fusilier goes unconscious. So your Nomads murderous rampage are able to take down Pano in this scenario game. So we're going to set up for scenario number 3, which will be the last one in this one video here, and we'll be right back to you. And moving into scenario 3 from Operation Icestorm, Quirk will be adding a Spectre to his list, and I will be adding an Akel Commando. And here's the board for scenario 3. So once again, we have the Pano on this side. We have the 3 Fusiliers set up on the buildings right here, just to get a nice commanding view of the table. We have the Orc hiding over in the side of the table right there. And my Alcal Commando is right there ready to jump in. On the other side, we have an Alguacil hanging out right there. A second one right in the middle there with a third one up on that blue building there. We have the Mobile Brigada right there. And we have something with TO Camo, which I'm willing to bet is the Spectre right there. First order over here, he's activating the camo marker to move forward. And because I had that in line of sight of 2 Fusiliers right here, I'm going to try 2 arrows to discover what it is. Now I'm outside of 8 inches, so this is going to be just a straight up willpower roll. That fails on the first one. The second Fusilier attempting the same thing is also going to fail. And the second part of his short order, he reveals the Spectre. What a surprise.
And takes a shot at the orc.
Okay, so he's going to pop up and take a shot at the orc. So I got a couple arrows to do against this, but we'll start with the face-to-face. So for the face-to-face, my orc is within cover. The range band is just under 16 inches. So the Spectre's going to have +3 to this roll right here. And the orc is also in cover. So I'm going to try and dodge this. So I have a physical of 14, -3 for the surprise shot for your Spectre coming out of camouflage. So I need an 11.
And I'm looking for a 12 for my ballistic skill.
And that's a critical hit.
And 2 hits, the tie just cancels each other out.
So that's going to be 2 hits right there. So armor 4 plus the cover right here. So I need to roll. What's your strength on the weapon?
It is 13.
13's okay. So I need to roll 10 to beat it. No, sorry, 9 because it's 4 plus 3.
4 plus 3.
Scratch that. My cover's actually going to help me on this one. So I actually need 7s to beat this. And of course, I'm still going to take a single wound right there. Followed up with a guts check, which I passed. So my orc has dropped 1 wound. So the range modifier is going to be a +3 for me, so that's going to negate the cover that you're going to get, which is the -3 for the cover. But you're also TO Camouflage, which is a -6 modifier. So I'm going to need 6s to hit you. And neither of those are 6s. He's going to drop another order on the Spectre and going to shoot at the orc again. Alright, so I'm going to declare the same actions on this one. So my orc will dodge, and these 2 arrows will be to shoot at the Spectre. Now this time it's just a straight up dodge for me, because there's no longer a surprise shot here. So I'm still going to fail it, and you're going to hit me once right there. So once again I need 7s, and I failed that. Oh wait, no, I passed that. Once again, over is a pass. And I'm still so used to 40k in this regard. And the 2 arrows, needing 6s to hit. And that's going to be 1 hit right there. Needing a 10 or he's going to take a wound. And you pass it. And another order is going into the Spectre. He really wants to take this orc down. So once again, same 3 reactions here. So starting with my dodge. Alright. And it looks like I actually dodged this time.
You did.
Alright, that's excellent. So I'm going to be able to dodge 2 inches back into cover and just get out of line of sight at this point. But I still have my reaction shots from the 2 Fusiliers. Needing 6s to hit. No hits. Dropping another order on the Spectre. This time he's firing at the Fusilier right there in the corner. She will opt to fire back, and the other arrow will be to fire at the Spectre. So range bands, I'm at +3. You are at
+3.
+3 as well. And then we have our covers right there. You have your TO, so -6 for me.
And straight ballistic skill for me.
So 6 for me.
12 for me.
So I rolled not a 6. That is a 9 for me. And you need a 12.
It's a crit and a hit.
So it's a crit and a hit. Beautiful. So I got armor 1 +3 for cover.
1 dice.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's 1 die because the critical hit is an automatic wound. And she is dead. And the arrow from my other Fusilier needing a 6. That's going to hit. So you have -3, or yeah, +3 plus your armor.
Looking for a 10. 18.
And you passed it. And the Spectre is going to drop another order. At this point, you've pretty much dropped most of your orders into the Spectre.
I have.
Yeah.
And shooting at...
He's going to fire into the last Fusilier right there. Alright, my arrow will be to shoot back. And your Spectre needs a 12. My Fusilier needs a 6, and that's because of cover and TO camouflage. So I'm gonna miss, and you're gonna hit 3 times. So I have +3 for the cover, plus the armor there for 1. So I'm looking at 10s. So I need to beat 10s. And my Fusilier goes down, and that's another lost order. And using the Lieutenant order, you'll notice he held it in a regular order right there. That's just because we're lacking the Lieutenant order icons there. So his Mobile Brigada is going to shoot all the way across the table into the Fusilier hiding up by this crate. So the modifiers over here, I'm in cover, so that's going to be -3. Then the range is going to be -3 for both of us, and you're also in cover. So you're going to need a 7, I'm going to need a 6. So I rolled a 16 and failed, and you failed as well. Okay, so that is your last order. Let's go into Pano, turn 1. At the start of my turn, I'm going to use an order to drop in my Akal Commando right there. So this is going to be a physical check to see if I can land in that circular template right there. Otherwise, I'm going to deviate 16 inches. So I'm physical 11, so I need to roll an 11 or 11 or lower in order to make this jump. Nope. So I'm going to disperse 16 inches in a random direction. So you'll notice there's 1 to 10 on this. Is there 1 to 10? No, it's 1 to 8 on there, I believe. No, 1 to 10. There's the 9, 10 right there. So I'm going to roll a d20 and find out where I'm going. So I rolled a 6 right there. So 6 is going to be dispersing 16 inches this way. So because I failed that physical roll and I dispersed outside of my the game edge right there, I actually have to deploy basically touching the edge on my deployment zone. I'm going to spend my Lieutenant order over here on the Orc, and he's going to move forward 4 inches, which sadly will put him within line of sight of this Spectre, which means on my next short order there's going to be an ARO generated. And with that ARO, I'm actually going to attempt to move forward 4 more inches, but we're going to find out if the Orc is even alive. So I'm out of cover, and your range band is +3 at the moment, so you're going to need 15s in order to hit. Oh. Which you just barely missed, which is excellent for me. Okay, the Orc lives. Going to drop another regular order just to use a short order movement to get up here. Now, unfortunately, he was able to see me at the beginning of my movement, so there's going to be another ARO generated. Once again, needing 15s, and that's another miss. And the second part of his order, he is just going to hold there at this point. And my last order, I'm going to order this Fusilier to fire all the way across at that Nomad sitting on the top of the building. This is going to generate 2 AROs, but I'm hoping my 3 shots will be enough to take out at least 1. So with cover for both of us and the range bands, we're both looking at -6 to our modifiers here. So I'm going to need a 6 to hit on 3d20. You're going to need a 6 to hit, or sorry, a 5 to hit. So I'm not going to hit at all, neither are you. And your Brigada is going to need a 7 to hit, which fails to hit. But that is all my orders. Pano turn 1 is done, going into Nomad turn 2. Up here, the Spectre is going to use an order, do a short order movement to get back a little bit and get line of sight on the Orc down by the crates there. And the second order, the Spectre is going to fire down at the Orc right here. I'm going to opt to fire back. So we're both in cover, so there's going to be -3 right there for both of us, and our range band is +3, so we're firing at straight ballistic skill. And once we factor in the TO camo, I will have actually a -6 to this, so I'm going to need 8 to your 12. So I'm going to get a 20, which is definitely going to fail. And that's going to be a critical hit, which since he already had 1 wound left, he's definitely going to be down. And let's just see if he succeeds his other armor roll right there, and see if he's actually dead. And he is dead. So there goes my Orc and Lieutenant. And spending another order for the Spectre, because he's on such a murderous rampage. He's going to go 4 inches over to the side there to get into line of sight of my other Fusilier. So we are going to have some opposed face-to-face rolls here in just a second. And the second short order, shooting, right? Alright, so you're going to shoot. So we're both in cover, so that's going to be -3 right there, but we're both within the range band for +3 and your TO camo, so I'm actually going to need 6s to hit, and you're going to need 12s. My 6 to your 12! I hit with a 4, but your 5 and your 6 cancel it out. So that's going to be 2 arm rolls I have to make right here. Cover for +3, and then the armor of 1, so I need to roll a 10 here. And he is unconscious. That poor little Fusilier has just been knocked down. Brigada's going to use an order right here, just start moving up. And he can pretty much do this with impunity because I have nothing that can see your troops as they move up. We're going to spend another order. Yep. Just move up a little bit more. And yet another order for the Brigada as he moves up a little bit further, get next to those crates there. And now his Brigada is going to use his second short order to fire at my Akal Commando here. He is in cover, I am not. So, and our range bands are -3, so I'm going to have -6 to hit. So I'm going to need 7s, and you're going to need 10s?
10s.
All right. So I have a 7 to your 10. So I rolled a 6.
And I overshot everything.
I actually hit then. All right. So armor 6 here, otherwise he's going to lose a wound, and you're fine. Next up, he's going to drop his lieutenant order in order to fire again, and I'm going to just try and take my pot shot right back there. In retrospect, I could be dodging towards cover here, but not much point with there only one order remaining. So once again, I need 6. So I'm going to miss with a 9 right there.
2 crits.
And you got 2 crits, so my Akal Commando is just dead at this point. And that is another Nomad victory.
I'm so good at this game!
He's so good! So that is the end of the first 3 scenarios there. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the introductory missions there. In this particular case, it was a little one-sided for Nomads because of your rolls were making it great, and
I'm just really good at this.
You're just really good at this game.
I'm just amazing at this game.
Yeah, I can guarantee though that the game is not always that one-sided. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it.
Like me.
Like Quirk here. The whole point of this, though, was just to sort of get some basics down. So those are the first 3 missions from Operation Icestorm right there. Get an idea on how the game flows, how movement works, how some of the AROs work, that sort of stuff. We're going to be putting the last couple missions in the vault, so if you want to check that out, you can click the link below. Now, if you're not a vault member, you can still click the link below. It's going to get you access to the trial vault membership for 7 days, where there's a whole bunch of other things out there. Things like, you know, campaign missions from 40K or fantasy missions, or what is it, Fettered Fury that you're running these days? Fettered Fury if you're a War Machine fan, or if you want to see more Infinity, we're going to be pairing all the Infinity content with a free video and a vault membership. So definitely check the link below. And of course, you can always send in any challenges to us, miniwargaming.com/challenge. You're going to get all the contact information for everyone in the studio. And depending on what game you want to play, you can send us an email and we're going to make it work and we're going to get you in to have a game because that's always a lot of fun. So definitely check out the links and happy wargaming.